the saga, what could well turn out to be a saga of this window surrounding the future of Mesut Özil, continues today with the latest reports coming from Turkey, claiming the midfielder has agreed a deal with Fenerbahce. It comes via a Turkish broadcaster who says the 3-year deal has been agreed, with Özil turning down a move to DC United in the MLS. We are chasing this one for you, but it was only 2 hours ago that we were mentioning those reports overnight where DC United and the MLS was mentioned, Mark. It seems to have been a very busy 24 hours in the future of Mesut Özil.
Often that's the case when there's a transfer of a huge player, because it just takes one football club to make the first move, and then everyone else who's just been sat bubbling along waiting for something to happen then has to make their move. It came out over the course of the last 24 hours, like you say, that DC United had put together an offer and a proposal to take Mesut Ozil over to the MLS and be a part of that franchise and finish his career in America. And then over the course of this morning, once again, the goalposts change. I got told yesterday that there was a genuine offer and interest from Fenerbahce. This morning, that news has now made it to the media. And there's been so many reports that have come out of Turkey over the course of the last few hours with regards to Mesut Ozil and a potential deal with him leaving Arsenal, leaving North London and going over to Turkey. What do we know about this situation? Well, we're still chasing everything at the moment, and as is with the case with most transfers, things happen very quickly, and that's very much the case with this one and Mesut Ozil. 32 years old, we know he's out of contract in the summer. As of January the 1st, he was free to talk to football clubs in Europe and sign a pre-contract agreement. It's our understanding that there is dialogue between both Arsenal and Fenerbahce, but this is a moving feast. At the moment, we're still trying to firm up these stories and confirm everything so that we can bring you accurate information. Of course, there's so much stuff happening out there, and a lot of it is through social media. But like you say, a TV broadcaster in Turkey believes that there is a deal in place, and it's only a matter of time now before Mesut Ozil becomes a Fenerbahce player.
Yeah, absolutely worth pointing that out, isn't it? That he may well have been holding talks with DC United, and he may well have been holding talks with Fenerbahce.
And he can do that,
as is his right at this moment, because he has 6 months left on his contract. JD, it's been a difficult time for Mesut Özil. He actually posted on his Instagram page this week a throwback picture of him in Istanbul, certainly, well, I guess professing his love for the city, I suppose, with the celebrating hands emoji. It's been a difficult couple of years for Mesut Özil on and off the pitch, right?
It has been, and you were just talking about it there, Mark, but these reports, these links, they make a lot of sense culturally. And we have to understand how important Mesut Ozil's culture is to him. He very much sees himself as both German and Turkish, and this move to a potential Fenerbahce, as the Turkmen reports are suggesting, would make sense. The passion that they have, first of all, in the Turkish culture, and also how much he would be heralded as a hero, almost returning back to what seems to be his, and as he just alluded to right there in his Instagram post, his city. But Dave, we just think about the last 18 months. When we reflect on Mesut Ozil's time, the attempted robbery on his car, we seem to all have just forgotten about, where him and Said Kolasinac were fighting basically thugs on the street that were trying to rob them. You also think about being ostracised from the first team as well, being almost restricted to working with the under-23s, no registration for a Premier League team. It's a lot for a player of his quality and a lot for a player of what he's accomplished. Think about that 21-year-old that kind of took the world by storm in the World Cup and whatever else. It's a lot for him probably to have taken in. Now add 2 managers to that.
It's a shame that his time at Arsenal comes to an end in this way.
It is, Mark.
Like you say, it's been such a turbulent last 6 months for him.
I tell you what's so interesting. I remember back in 2013 how we reported it here on Sky Sports News. Do you remember the excitement outside the Emirates when they signed him? Do you remember the fans and how they honestly thought
it was a huge deal?
It was a turning point at Arsenal Football Club. They were thinking to themselves, this is a worldwide signing that was going to encourage other worldwide signings to come and turn Arsenal back into the sort of direction they wanted to go in under Wenger. It obviously then had a knock-on effect for Alexis Sanchez and other big names that followed, but it's just upsetting to see 7 years later for it to turn out this way and pay out this way if this is his departure.
I remember it. I remember covering the story and being in the newsroom and thinking this is a massive deal for Arsenal Football Club to get someone from Real Madrid who hadn't even reached his peak yet. He was a huge player at the time. He had huge potential. He was obviously a massively important member of the Germany outfit as well. And this, like you say, and you touched upon there, JD, this was the first signing in the new era for Arsenal, because Arsene Wenger spent many, many years managing the transition from Highbury to the Emirates. And what that meant was he didn't have money to spend in the transfer market. But this was the first time where he had some money and he went, right, Mesut Ozil is my man. Remember, he spoke in German, and that was one of the key things that attracted Mesut to come over to North London and Arsenal, because the manager spoke to him in German and he felt that instant connection. And when you look at all the things that he's achieved, all the things that have happened over the last few years and months, it seems a shame that it's coming to an end in this way. But finally, I think for both parties, Arsenal and Mesut, it is coming to an end, and everyone can walk away and go, right, that is now a part of history. Mesut can look forward and Arsenal can look forward.
Well, let's take a look at Ozil's career at Arsenal in all competitions. 237 starts over his 254 games, 44 goals, 72 assists, 737 chances created. Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
I give credit to the stat man for being able to get
Let's
some long research.
Let's find out what you think at home. You can get involved today, skysports.com/play on your phone, on your tablet, and you can get involved with our poll today. Is Fenerbahce the right destination for Mesut Özil? Simple yes or no on this one. There's no doubt about it. You can vote, by the way, starting now. You can see those votes coming in. But there's no doubt about it that he would find himself loved and respected over in Turkey, over with Fenerbahce. It will be a change really from the past couple of years, where, as you say, it's been difficult for him on and off the pitch, and he will be going to somewhere, with the big caveat that things can change very quickly, that he'll be going somewhere where he'll be loved.
Potentially at the moment, of course, this is his likely destination, but in football, things can change very quickly. But like you say, he would go over to Fenerbahce as an absolute hero.
Star.
He would be greeted like a worldwide superstar, a pop star, someone that they hold in the highest esteem. A couple of interesting points to note. He got married in Turkey, and he's got a long-standing relationship with the Turkish Fenerbahce president. So there are connections there already. So he's walking into an environment where people know him, he's loved, respected. And I think, like most people, like most footballers, if you feel somewhere like you're wanted and you're happy and you're settled, you're going to be the best version of yourself. And that's what they're going to get with Mesut, should the deal happen, of course.
Yes.
There's a lot that can change.
71% of you on skysports.com/play think that Fenerbahce is the right destination for Mesut Özil. We've got another one for you as well. How do you feel about the potential transfer of Mesut Özil? Three options for you there. Happy, or four options I should say. Happy, surprised, sad, and good luck. Given what he's offered for Arsenal over the whole of his Arsenal career. Good luck at the moment leading the race. But I think from Fenerbahce's point of view, they're not in the most healthiest of financial position. I think it was Forbes who were reporting during the height of the coronavirus pandemic that Fenerbahce were facing debts of $370 million. They were asking their supporters to text in for donations to try and keep the club financially stable. They've had issues with UEFA and FFP, financial fair play, over the last few years as well, finishing outside of the European positions. The chairman and the president of Fenerbahce are under pressure to win, and under pressure to win now. So this marquee signing would certainly give the supporters that appetite to get Fenerbahce back into those winning positions. And you think about the big name players that have moved to Turkey as well over the last few years. Nani, Martin Skrtel, Robin van Persie, Dirk Kuyt, Mathieu Valbuena as well. Turkey is a place where they love a marquee signing. So skysports.com/play. Most of you there saying good luck to Mesut Özil. Not too many saying surprised. There's a few votes for happy there as well. But I mean, JD, would you say that Arsenal fans are going to be happy?
I think it's a love-hate relationship, if I'm speaking for the general consensus for Arsenal fans. I think they would look at it as they recognise the marquee signing that Mesut Ozil, and we were talking about it, how much he caused a transition within Arsenal Football Club at that moment in time, at a crucial point at Arsenal as well. But at the same time, there are question marks over his performances. You've seen the question marks over tactically, where does he fit in? Does he help enough off the ball? We could go into the list of conversations and the question marks that have been alluded towards Mesut Özil. But what I would say is the quality has spoken for himself. And that's not just in an Arsenal shirt, that's in a Real Madrid shirt, that's in a Germany shirt and beyond. So whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing that he's leaving the club, at this moment in time, it's just a recognition for someone that graced the Premier League for 7 years. If he does leave, it's just a thank you at this moment, really.